Hi, this next book is not so much about our five senses as much as it is about the five senses of those living creatures in the world who have them in different locations or use them differently. It's called Surprising Animal Senses by India Ruby. We're going to learn some very cool stuff. You may actually know about your five senses. People see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. Animals also use their senses to learn about the world, but animal senses do not always work the way people's senses do. In this book, you're going to read about how animal senses work. Sight. Now here you can see with your eyes a mother and daughter. And how do you know which one is the mother and which one is the daughter? Because you've used your eyes. You use your eyes to see. And a sea star uses its arms. Sea stars do not have eyes. Instead, they have small spots at the ends of their arms to help them see light and dark. Imagine that. Touch. If your eyes are closed, how can you tell the difference between a soft chick and rough sandpaper? Well, you use your sense of touch, all those nerve endings under your skin. You use your skin, and cats do too, but cats also use their whiskers. The touch of the whiskers helps cats know whether they can fit through small openings. Taste. Now you know the difference between salad and a pizza because of your tongue. Your salty, sweet, sour, and bitter locations on the tongue, also connected to your sense of smell, give you this. You use your tongue for this, but a butterfly tastes with its feet. What? When butterflies land on flowers, they use taste buds on their feet to know if the flowers are good enough to eat. Bet you didn't know that one. Smell. You smell fresh flowers. Most people do. Your sense of smell tells you what smells good. You use your nose for this. Snakes use their mouths. Instead of sniffing, they flick their tongue to bring smells into their mouth. The tongue carries the smell into their mouth, so their sense of smell is within the mouth. Bet you didn't know that. Hearing. A friend's whisper or a secret. How can you hear? You're using your ears. And you use your ears every time you hear. It's connected to your head. But crickets have ears, but they don't use their heads. They're on their knees instead. What? Crickets have ears on their knees. What? What was that? Huh? I couldn't hear you. Super senses. Some animals have super senses that are much, much stronger than ours. For instance, birds have super sight, like an eagle that can spot a rabbit from a mile high off the ground. Dogs have super smell, much stronger than a person's ability. And it says here that a bloodhound dog can track a person's smell even after 3 days. So let's say, for example, while wearing this shirt, I went walking through this room, and then they gave this shirt to the dog. 3 days later, he could smell this smell in the room many days later. Interesting. Also, super hearing. Bats cannot see in the dark. They use their ears at night to tell where they are flying. They make a high noise that echoes when it bounces off the walls of other surfaces. Bats listen to the echo to know where they are. Pretty cool. So, next time you're out in the world exploring other creatures, Pay attention to how they're using their five senses and how they differ from yours. Thank you for joining me. Come back for more. There's always more to learn. Bye, guys.